Alright guys, welcome back. Unless this is your first time here, I'm the Northwest Fisherman Chris, and today we're going to be cracking open the February Platinum box for Monster Bass, which I'm actually kind of super excited about because it is not lunkerhunt. Because usually February is lunkerhunt takeover, and this isn't lunkerhunt. I don't personally really like lunkerhunt stuff. This month is all about cold water monsters. Cracking open here. Get our book. What? That's weird. It doesn't have the normal bait breakdown. Anyway, cold water favorite. This one's about the lipless crankbait, grass, humps, ledges, open water, riprap points, rocks, docks. Literally, I feel like the lipless, there's just certain times of the year where you just add it to water and then fish appear on the hooks. Gear Solutions is going to be a 7'4" medium fast casting rod, which I can kind of agree with. 6.6 to 1 bait caster. Yeah, I could see 6.6 to 1, or if you were using like a 7.2, it makes it a little bit easier to yo-yo it. 14-pound fluorocarbon is more than enough. Lipless is just great. This one's going to be all about stick baits. So they're literally just saying add to water. I'm going to be on 7'4", medium heavy rod. And then I would say more. I wouldn't fish a stick bait under like 12-pound fluorocarbon, and they're saying to do it on a spinning reel. I can agree with that, but on the other hand, I mean, spinning reels are great, and it's really great for throwing Senkos and stuff like that, but I also kind of just like throwing it on a casting rod. But if you're throwing it on spinning, a medium fast rod, that's the go-to. And they're saying a 2500 series spinning reel. 2500, yeah, it's perfect. I think you get away with the 2000 series because it's not like you're casting it to the moon anyway. Bigger bass for colder days, and they are talking about winter jigs. Jig fishing is some of the most complicated things that you can do because there are thousands of color options. And bass are very picky about jigs because they have a lot of time to sit there and stare at them before they bite. They're going to go 7'4", medium fast, medium heavy fast, I'm guessing is going to be what that is. 20-pound fluoro. I agree with that. I'd even say you get away with as low as 14. 7.2 to 1 bait caster. Perfect. Or even if you're running a super high gear, like an 8.2 to 1, that's more than acceptable also. Rewards points, bait hacks, the other KFC, got your chicken recipes here. Guys have cut their PBs on Monster Bass stuff, and deals from Monster Bass. Let's get into the important part. The sticker. This month's sticker is actually, it's the retro Mountain Dew logo. That's okay. That's pretty cool. But realistically, let's get back to the baits. These are Castic swim baits. What's the color on these? We don't get a color on these. But this is a red watermelon. So it's your green pumpkin with a little bit of red flake in there. You got a nice dorsal fin here on the back. Is it split? It is not a split dorsal fin. The belly isn't split either, but this is a nice slender bait. This is great. I like this. Plus, we get the full size pack, so this isn't like a sample pack of like 3 of these. So you could almost do 2 Alabama rigs with this. Like that is a very good amount of baits. Oh, sweet. Okay. So we're just going to jump straight for the spinner because I love spinner baits. Throw that garbage in that box. This is the Blade Burner 3/8 of an ounce gold double willow blades. Color on this is Chad Spawn. Chad Spawn instead of Shad Spawn. I thought it was funny. I don't know if you think I'm funny, but I think I'm funny. And that's what matters today. So you got these really nice blades. They actually have a really good finish to them. No bubbles or anything like that. A nice shine. It's not kind of hazy like a lot of like cheaper blades are. They're still a stamped blade. Got some nice hardware up here. Double split ring with a ball bearing swivel. Getting back up here, this is probably the only feature that I really loved about the Guggen spinners is because they have this stupid rubber band that would keep your line exactly right there at all times, and I always thought that was like a nice touch. Getting to the head of the bait, got a little bit of red on top, and it's got kind of looks like a like caramel corn, the way it's cracked out and stuff like that. Beautiful skirt. Let's see what we have here for bait keepers. Oh, nice. Actually, this has got really good bait keeper on it. So you've got one wire bait keeper, which you're probably not going to be able to see very well because of the tan color of it. And then it's got a molded lead bait keeper. The skirt on this is that hand tied? There's no way. There's no way. It's black, so it's kind of hard. It is hand tied. It's a hand tied skirt. Wow. That's actually kind of surprising. It's a nice spinner bait. It really is. You know what we're going to do? We're going to throw one of these swim baits on here as a trailer. So, one thing I really like about double willow blade spinner baits is how slow you can really roll these. And the double willow blades slow down the bait a lot. Loads it up really nicely. And then when you add something like a paddle tail swim bait like this, it slows it down even more, which I personally like my spinner baits super slow. There we go. Wow, I did a really bad job of putting that on there, but it is okay. There you go, all put together. But the paddle tail, I like the way it slows down because altogether this is just a nice, neat package. And if you're throwing spinner baits, you're throwing jigs, you're throwing bladed baits, whatever, always put something for a trailer on there. Whether it's like half of a Cinco just shoved on there to cover the part of the hook, just adds mass to the bait so the bass have an easier time sucking it up. But that's nice. I really like that. I'm definitely going to throw that. Okay, so this is our new bait for 2024. I think this is one of the, because they've been putting new baits in all of them recently. Yep, they haven't named this one yet, nor have they named this color yet. So it's kind of like a stick bait, but like a trick worm, sort of. Okay, so they sent us tungsten worm weights, and they sent us 3/0 Daiichi hooks. So obviously we know what we're going to do with this. We're going to Texas rig this worm, because they also sent us stoppers. Got a nice 3/0 Daiichi hook. We got stoppers. for our tungsten weights here, which is really cool that they actually sent us half-ounce tungsten weights. That's really sweet. So they sent us everything to do this, but we're gonna rig this up here real quick. That will go a little bit farther. Flip that through there like that. Flip it up and around, just like that. It's got this nice channel on its back here. I don't know if you can see it. This color is kind of funky. It's like it's almost like an Alabama crab, but not really. Not really. I'm going to come right in the back there. I like to overhang my bait beyond my knot quite a bit to kind of protect the knot from the weights. That's just something I do. It's not necessarily something that you need to do. And then just expose that hook a little bit there. And then bam. This is kind of a really cool, neat looking bait here. It's definitely interesting. It's kind of got like this vented area back here towards the tail, and then it's got this little tickler. I definitely think this is more of a bait that you would want to kind of just hop or like scoot across the bottom versus just kind of fishing like a normal stick bait. Of course, I don't know what this tail would want to do. This thing seems like it'd be very buoyant. Do we have any salt? Doesn't seem like it. No scent, no salt. Interesting. But that's pretty cool. A little tickler there on the end. We'll definitely have to try this out, see what it does. Because with it being cold water season, it's a time that I like to fish a lot of kind of weird stick baits. Not your average stick baits, because come summertime, let's be honest, we're all going to just start throwing Sinkos for stick baits and then creature baits. And then we get later fall, we're going to start throwing magnum worms. And then we're going to be on magnum worms till everything freezes over. All right. So here's your lipless. Oh, this is actually pretty cool. Mugshot 60 from Custom Baits. Got a color on this guy? No color. Sort of letdown. No color. No weight. Feels heavy. It's definitely in the craw family of what this is supposed to be. It's pretty wicked looking, actually. I'd say it's probably 3/8 of an ounce. But it is a little bitty lipless. Got some nice hooks there, some stout split rings. Kind of an irregular shape. We've got this beer bottle brown right here along the back. Then we go into like a crackled red and yellow. And that yellow continues down, and there's just like slight hit of just glitter down both sides of it. It's definitely an interesting bait. The camera's not going to do this justice at all. And it's got some great sound. I feel like it's slightly more aggressive than your like typical rattle trap. You know, like your Bill Lewis rattle trap. Good old silver and blue. I feel like it's a little bit more of an aggressive sound than that. This will be definitely one to try. This is a neat bait. And then we got a Strike King Red Eye Shad. I've got a couple of these Red Eye Shads from Strike King. And they just do work. Color on this guy here is Sexy Blue Back Herring, which it is. Sexy blue back herring. So you've got your gentle blue teal on the back there. You've got a nice bright yellow lateral line there, and then the rest of it's like this pearl silver. It's got some nice hooks on it. They're not EWG style hooks on it, but they're stout. They're big, beefy, and stout. All the hardware on this is big, which is nice. It's a good lipless. Let's give her a listen. That's basically identical to your Bill Lewis rattle trap. That is the sound this has. A little bit deeper, but that's your classic lipless sound. That's the sound that catches fish. But what else? That's it? Wow. Actually went through that a lot quicker than I thought we were going to. Getting the full setup for this unnamed bait, that's really sweet. Even better yet is because we got those half-ounce tungsten worm weights. I honestly, I'll be completely honest, I'm never going to be upset when I get more hooks and tungsten. I don't have to buy it. I'm happy with that. Bobber stops, super nice. The whole thing's ready to go fish right out of the box there. You've got your spinnerbait. Came with an awesome trailer to match the color scheme on it. And the spinnerbait's really, it's actually really, really nice. I'm kind of surprised because I was originally going to buy these when they put them up for sale, but it was kind of one of those sales. It's like, I'll probably eventually get one, and here we are. And this thing's nice. It's really nice for a box brand lure. This is really nice because I feel like a lot of companies just kind of, they don't put a lot of effort in their spinners. And if the blades don't have that quality, if the structure of the bait doesn't have that quality, it's not worth it. And then we got two really sweet lipless. Classic red eye shad. And then this guy, the Mugshot Go. This thing, I can't wait to fish this. I know this is great. I want to see how good this is. So that is our February Platinum box, guys. All right. Yeah, no, this box was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Mostly because I was kind of worried that this month was going to be a lunker hunt. I hope they're not just flirting with me and push that back a month. I really don't like lunker hunt. Now I got another one of these. Sweet. Enough of me belly aching about that. Water temps are starting to open up. I know you southern guys, fishing's probably starting to get really good down there. Big girls are coming up from the bottom. They're moving around, getting bait fish oriented. Up here in the north, yeah, the fish are permanently in the frozen department of the bottom of the dead center of the lake. You know how it is. But guys, just stay safe out there with those cold water temps. I don't want to hear about anything bad happening to anybody out on the water. But yeah, spring's coming. Right now, there's a lot of good sales going on, a whole bunch of places. Tackle Warehouse, MONSTERBASS is always doing deals. Your local shops. I know My Bass Pro in my area, they've got a bunch of pretty good sales going on right now. Just check it out and just think. Now is the time to think spring, summer. Okay? Now's the time to plan. Get some new stuff. Change some things up. Find something new that you want to pick up. Maybe you can pick it up on sale. That's the way to do it. But, alright guys, take care. Stay safe. And remember, FAFO, fish around and find out.